Are you feeling foggy, forgetful, or sluggish in your 50s? It isn't your fault, and certainly don't blame age. It's your habits. And the shocking part is, you can reverse it. You can sharpen your mind, lift the fog, and feel more alive than you have in decades, with smart, almost ridiculously simple routines that barely take 10 to 20 minutes a day. You might not know this, but your brain remains plastic, flexible, and changeable well past 50. It just needs the right triggers. Today, we'll reveal 10 creative ways to keep our brains super active even after our 50s. So, stay tuned, and by the end of this video, you will know how to reboot your brain and feel more alert and joyful. Let's dive in. Habit 1. Crossword and puzzles sprint. You know those little crossword puzzles, word searches, Sudoku, or number puzzles you used to do in the past? Don't relegate them to old newspaper pages. Use them as a brain gym. Spend just 10 to 15 minutes a day solving a crossword or Sudoku. No pressure. Just try to beat your own yesterday. Maybe finish a small section or go for a full puzzle. These puzzles exercise memory retrieval, verbal fluency, pattern recognition, logic, parts of the brain that are often dull with disuse. Research shows that brain fog cites puzzles and memory games among top tools to regain clarity. Even better is if you do it with your partner or friend once a week. Little laughter, little competition, little bonding. I had a friend in his early 60s who told me, "I started doing a 10-minute Sudoku while tea brewed. 3 weeks later, I realized I was recalling names and errands without notes. Felt like I recaptured part of my mind." Over time, this tiny daily habit revived attention, memory, and quick thinking. Habit 2. Learn 2 new foreign words and use them. Ready for a little mental stretching? Try learning 2 new words in any foreign language: French, Spanish, Russian, your pick, each day. Then use them in a sentence aloud. Each day, pick 2 new words, write them down, speak them out loud, use them in a sentence, maybe while planning your day or chatting with a friend or family member. Language learning builds and strengthens neural connections. It challenges memory, association, pronunciation, recall, all of which spark neuroplasticity. Experts note that challenging cognitive activity helps fight brain fog and cognitive decline. It gives you something fresh to think about, a new territory in your mind. That novelty triggers focus and attention, which older brains often lack simply because of routine. I remember one couple, both in their 50s, decided to learn simple German words together. On weekend mornings, they sit with coffee, repeat their words, try silly sentences. They told me, "It's become our little ritual, fun, silly, but sharpens us. And somehow we talk more about colorful ideas rather than day-to-day chores." Even after 4 weeks, they found themselves waking up more alert, remembering small details better, and unexpectedly laughing more. Habit 3. 15-minute daily music or instrumental practice. Music isn't just for the young. You might not know this, but for a brain craving a wake-up call after 50, few things hit harder than learning or practicing an instrument. Spend 15 minutes a day on something simple, maybe a ukulele, piano, guitar, or even rhythmic clapping or tapping if you're just starting out. Learn a small melody or chord progression. The key? Keep it short, consistent, and fun. Here's the strange part. Music lights up multiple brain regions at once: auditory, motor, memory, rhythm. That multitasking stimulation strengthens memory, coordination, and mental flexibility. Invite a spouse or partner, sing a line, play a simple duet, or just laugh through your mistakes. It's not just brain exercise, it becomes joy, laughter, and even a little spark of romance. I remember a man in his late 50s, recently retired, who dug up an old guitar he hadn't touched in decades. At first his fingers fumbled, chords sounded rough, and he laughed at himself constantly. But after a month of 15 minutes nightly, something surprising happened. I started remembering faces, old friends I'd struggled to recall for months. And when I strummed those chords for my wife, she smiled like we were 20 again. It's really strange how something so simple, just a few minutes of music, can reboot your brain and your joy. That tiny habit became a ritual of connection, clarity, and surprise every evening. Habit 4. Walk in nature and sunlight reset. Your brain doesn't only need mental puzzles, it also thrives on fresh air, natural light, gentle movement. So, take a 20 to 30 minute walk in a green, quiet place. Maybe a park, garden, tree-lined street, somewhere with sunlight. During the walk, don't think about tasks, bills, or chores. Just notice, feel the air, observe the trees, sounds, breeze. Let your mind wander, or just rest. Here's why it works. Movement boosts blood flow and oxygen to the brain, critical for clear thinking. Sunlight helps regulate sleep cycles, vitamin D, mood, all tied to brain health. When the brain gets blood, oxygen, a little novelty, and a calm environment, it resets. For many midlifers, this becomes a small daily ritual. Stepping out wasn't exercise, it was mental spa. A woman in her early 60s, school teacher by profession, began walking daily after lunch. She told me, "At first I thought, what good is a walk at 2:30 p.m.? But after 2 weeks, I realized I wasn't forgetting names of students. I wasn't losing track of my schedule. My mind felt light." Habit 5. Cold shower or cold splash adrenaline reset. It sounds crazy, but a few seconds of cold water might be the fastest brain reboot you've never tried. At the end of your regular shower, switch to cold water for 30 to 90 seconds or longer if comfortable. Or just splash cold water on your face and neck. Breathe deeply, stay calm, and ride the shock. Here's a hack you can do. Start small if needed. Wrists, neck, or even a cup of cold water works. Here's the science. Cold exposure triggers a mild survival response. Your body releases norepinephrine and endorphins, chemicals that boost alertness, focus, and mental clarity. You might not know this, but norepinephrine can spike by over 200% in minutes, almost instantly sharpening your brain. Heart races, senses sharpen, breath deepens. Tasks that felt heavy suddenly feel manageable. One friend said, "2 cold showers and my brain fog lifted instantly for the rest of the day." Yes, it's uncomfortable at first, gasp, shiver, maybe even curse a little. That's the point. It's your brain waking up. But here's a disclaimer. If you have heart or blood pressure issues, check with your doctor first. Habit 6. Hydration. Sometimes the fog isn't a mystery, it's dehydration, sugar crashes, inflammation. The fix is simple but often ignored. Drink water steadily through the day. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses, more if it's hot, or you move around. Pair this with balanced meals. Lean protein, fish, eggs, nuts, greens, whole foods. Avoid too much sugary snacks or processed junk. Dehydration impairs focus, alertness, and energy. A proper diet supports steady brain fuel, avoiding crashes that lead to fog, confusion, irritability. Studies linking brain fog to poor nutrition and dehydration highlight these as foundational fixes. When you fuel your body well, you also improve mood, sleep, energy, a triple win for clarity, health, and longevity. I remember a retired teacher, 58, who replaced his habitual mid-afternoon cookies and soda with a handful of nuts and water. Within 2 weeks, he told me, "I don't get that heavy slump anymore after lunch. I feel more present, more alert, like I'm not dragging my brain around." Habit 7. Mindful breathing and the 5-4-3 pause. You might not know this, but one of the fastest ways to clear brain fog isn't a supplement or a puzzle. It's your breath. Not deep breathing in the cliche sense, but a very specific sensory grounding technique that resets your nervous system in minutes. Sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes. Slow, controlled breaths. Inhale 4 seconds, exhale 6 seconds. This activates the vagus nerve, the body's natural calm switch. Then do the 5-4-3 scan. 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you feel. This pattern interrupts stress loops in the brain, especially the ones that make your thoughts scatter. Why it works? The part most people don't know. Mindful breathing doesn't just relax you, it improves prefrontal cortex function, the part responsible for focus, decision-making, and memory. Studies show slow exhalation reduces cortisol within minutes, which directly improves clarity and working memory. It also boosts alpha brain waves, the same waves linked to creativity, calm alertness, and clear thinking. Done with a partner, it becomes a small ritual of peace, a shared pause at the end of heavy days. Couples who practice this even twice a week report fewer misunderstandings, softer conversations, and deeper emotional presence. A close friend, 62, told me, "I felt ridiculous at first. Sit and breathe?" But within a week, I noticed something strange. My reactions slowed down, my mind wasn't jumping everywhere. Decisions felt easy again. It was like someone wiped dust off my thoughts. Just 5 minutes and your brain gets a clearer, quieter space to think, remember, and reset. Habit 8. Weekly micro projects learned by doing. Brains, especially mature ones, thrive on novelty and purpose. A little project now and then gives both. Each week, pick a tiny creative project. Maybe cook a new simple recipe, plant a small herb pot, draw a quick sketch, reorganize a small corner of your home, write a letter to someone you love, build something small. Spend 2 to 3 evenings, 20 to 30 minutes each, on it. These multi-step tasks demand planning, memory, coordination, and give you creative satisfaction. They exercise different parts of the brain: executive planning, motor skills, long-term memory, novelty response. That variety strengthens cognitive resilience over time. If you do these with a partner, cooking, gardening, crafting, it becomes shared creation. Small wins, common memories. It builds connection, conversations, laughter, which also keeps the brain active socially and emotionally. One couple I know began making homemade jams together every Saturday morning. They measured, chopped, cooked, and for the first time in years felt a sense of teamwork. Fun. Both said their memories felt sharper. They started talking more freely about small joys and dreams. Habit 9. Prioritize sleep and rest. Limit late screens. No matter how many puzzles you solve, if your brain doesn't rest, fog creeps back. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep nightly. Build a calming bedtime routine. Dim lights, no screens 1 hour before sleep. Maybe read a book or meditate. Keep wake and sleep times consistent. Sleep is when your brain consolidates memory, processes the day, clears waste, restores energy. Poor or irregular sleep is a major cause of mental fog, memory lapses, sluggishness. Here's a pro tip. Combine sleep hygiene with sunlight exposure, walks, hydration, and nutrition to create a stable daily rhythm that supports brain health, mood, and longevity. I spoke with a 59-year-old friend who used to stay on the phone until late. He changed that, started reading, dimming lights, sleeping by 10:30. After a month, he told me, "I wake up alert, not groggy. I remember names. By midday, I'm coherent. It's like I reversed a decade off my brain." Habit 10. Share activities. Brains are social. They thrive when you connect, laugh, challenge, share. After 50 especially, social isolation or routine plus chores can dull mental sharpness. Once a week or more, play a board card game with family or friends. Have a conversation about something new, a documentary, a news story, a book. Learn something together, a language, a recipe, or plan a small outing, a walk, a garden visit, simple travel. Social interactions push your brain to think, listen, respond, not just exist on autopilot. I remember a retired pair, both in their mid-60s, who started watching short documentaries together every Saturday, then discussing them over tea. They said it felt like when they were young students debating ideas, and they noticed they remembered details better, laughed more, and felt more alive. Before you think this is magic, these are not medicine, they're habits, small changes. Their power lies in consistency and variety. The added habit of cold showers or cold splashes gives a sharp exhilaration, but it must be used wisely. Don't overdo it. If you have heart or circulation issues, talk to a doctor first. Brain exercises and puzzles and novelty help, but combining them with good sleep, hydration, nutrition, and restful routines multiplies their effect. Social, emotional connection, laughter, shared learning, companionship isn't optional. For older brains, those are among the strongest protectors of mental clarity over time. In short, treat your brain like a garden. Water it with good sleep and nutrition. Feed it with puzzles, music, novelty. Expose it to sunlight and fresh air. Give it a gentle shock now and then. Let it rest and surround it with people, love, and laughter. If you try just 2 of these habits tomorrow, say a 10-minute puzzle plus a 20-minute walk in the sun, I bet by the end of the week you'll feel something shift. Maybe a small moment of clarity, maybe a memory you'd lost, maybe energy when you thought you'd be dragging. Click like if you believe age doesn't have to mean fog. Hit subscribe if you want more simple, powerful, human-tested ways to live sharper, fuller, longer. And write in the comments, which habit will you try first and when? Because your brain doesn't need miracles, it just needs love, care, and a little challenge. See you in the next one, sharper, clearer, alive.